Hello and welcome to another cast by Brobot.
And Donjuancho.
And we got a TvZ right here spawning up in the 10 o'clock position. We've got the red Terran, killer Koala, and in the 3 o'clock we've got the blue Zerg, Splib. So, Donjuancho, you're the resident Zerg expert. How do you feel about this match? What do you think about this map and this matchup?
Well, I feel like the recent metagame has really changed since the new Queens. It's really shut down a lot on the Hellion play, and you're just able to spread so much creep. But again, that's at high levels, so at the low level, anything still goes. And this is a Platinum League right here, I do believe. So we have an early scout by Terran. So what do you think about this map? We're on Shakira's Plateau.
Yeah, Shakira's Plateau, named after the pop singer. So what I hear, and I am a Protoss player, not Terran or Zerg, but I hear that this map, some Zergs complain because the Terrans, they can too easily fortify the center ground with a line of siege tanks and then take half the map. What do you think about that? Do you think that's relevant or common, or what do you think?
Definitely, I see that all the time. In fact, sometimes I even see some bunkers going down, like the red player could put some bunkers right here and take an easy third, have a good siege line going on, and they can even get tricky. They could take some dropships and put a couple of siege tanks up on the cliffs here, and it's very hard to deal with a Zerg. You don't have many things that can shoot up like that.
So we've got an engineering bay here blocking the natural expansion. As a Protoss player, I love blocking the natural expansion of Zergs.
And as a Zerg, to be honest, I don't know what to say about this. I've seen this a lot while playing, but getting into higher and higher leagues, I don't see it, and I kind of think that that's probably for a good reason. I think you're just losing too many minerals right now. But he is obviously going to cancel it once it gets low and get his money back, but he's not getting his money right now.
So you don't think it's worth it, because as a Protoss player, delaying the expansion for Zerg as much as possible is totally worth it.
Well, the thing is, I do like that he's expanding off of this, but it is interesting because he has his spawning pool up already. He should really be getting his queen, which hopefully, yep, he gets it right at 150. And if he wanted to put some pressure in on him, look at that. If he just scouted this, you see no barracks up. Wow, you could just run some lings in. Bye-bye command center. Really, just a handful of lings and you're good. But I really think that Killer Koala is just banking on the fact he's going to have to take this out, run across the entire map, and by that time he might have his barracks up with a bunker.
Okay, so going back to this map, you were saying that you run into the whole siege half map thing frequently. Do you think that this is a map is favored in Terran against Zerg, or do you think it's okay?
Oh, I did cancel on time. That's a good question. I do feel like there's a lot of drop potential. You have a big area in here to drop in some Marines, especially right here when you take your third and fourth. You can just constantly drop this. As far as it being favored towards any race, I don't think so. Oh, what do we have here? Early planetary fortress. So what do you think that means?
Well, this is Platinum League, right? So I'm not going to joke around and say I think it's a great way to defend your expo. No, I actually think, in all honesty, it's a pretty bad decision because you're losing out on so much minerals from having the orbital command with mules. So
yeah, you really should just be attacking.
I just think it's a bad move. No, I think planetary fortress at your expo is always a bad move, in my opinion. Always. If you feel like you're not safe enough making an orbital command there, just do it anyways and just figure out a way to defend it, because you're losing too much. You're losing too much mining. You've got a narrow enough choke there that you can hold it. And there's another general rule of advice I like following. If the pros never do it, don't do it yourself. And the pros never get a planetary at their natural.
I agree with that to some extent, but you definitely have to play to what you're comfortable with and play to your skill level.
True.
But at the same time, I still agree. Planetary right there, it's probably not the best choice. Meanwhile, Zerg over here is getting up some spore crawlers. I can understand.
Kind of for no reason.
He has scouted the 2 refineries, but he scouted the expansion obviously earlier.
And he just saw the starboard. Still seems a little early to me,
Very
but
early, definitely. And I'd like it if he got these upgrades right here. He should have had that way long time ago.
Something going on.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of getting 2 Evo chambers and then just getting the Ling upgrades, because it's going to help you with Ultras. In the late game, it's going to help you no matter what. Either if you go Ultra or if you go Broodlord, those upgrades are very relevant.
So, I said it before, but you're the Zerg expert, but what do you think the Zerg's plan is right here, based on what he's seen and what he's producing? I mean, in my opinion, I think he would be wanting to drone up as much as possible, but what does he want to do after that?
Well, first of all, when you say drone up, yeah, he needs to start making drones. He has 14 unspent larvae. You got to start making some drones here. He's threw down his Baneling nest, so he might be trying to do some sort of aggression here with Banelings, maybe bust the front here. I find it very interesting that he has a bunker to go with his planetary command. Planetary fortress seems like a little bit of overkill. So none of us really know what this extinct race is called Terran. But what do you think? Oh, look at that, getting a third. What do you think is going on here?
Well, I mean, normally I would say I like to see a quick third out of Terran, especially in base. And even if you don't expand right away, you can make you can get a orbital command, make extra mules, make extra SCVs.
I like that, sniping the overlords. That's just so frustrating because they're so slow. All right. Very just a little overreactive right here. You don't need the spine crawlers going down.
Yeah, and I was thinking that
reaction.
I was thinking with the Terran, with the planetary fortress in the bunker, that it's sort of like, I guess I don't want to be mean, but like it's sort of a new reaction. Like when you're new at this, you really hate the idea of being attacked and not being prepared for it, and so you want to get a lot of defensive structures to prepare for it.
Oh. Could have transfused that, Lord. Good pickoff.
But as you get better and you get more experience, you know how many troops you need to defend any kind of pressure that there is possible. And as long as you're macroing, you're making units out of your structures, you really don't need a planetary fortress at your natural. Planetary fortresses are usually better for a distant expansion where your troops can't come defend so quickly, and so you need that planetary fortress to help until your troops can get there.
Oh, look at this. Very sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky. Taking off and dropping them off. He's shuttling them. Look at this.
Wow. I have never seen this, but I like it. I've never seen this, but I like it.
Hey,
I like this a lot.
Koala.
A lot.
Very. Ooh. I'm.
That's balling.
Yes. If I played Terran,
that is balling.
Say, yeah. I mean, forget all these turrets. I still like it.
And he has a starport, so he could have made a dropship. But fuck that, dude. Why make a dropship when you already have it? You got a dropship.
You got a special type
right there.
Dropship.
Yeah. Although, again, we're joking, but honestly, it should have been morphed into an orbital command immediately. Would have been way better to have those meals earlier. But no, that's balling. I like that. I like it. I like it. Sometimes you do things you like.
Brobot was joking, but I am serious. That's like the Reaper expand.
But here's the thing: sometimes you do things that maybe don't make the most sense, but it's just balling, and you just do it. It's like my PvZ where I get carriers because it's not the most cost effective, but it's balling. It's balling. Okay, so I'm gonna stop on that.
Let's get back to it.
There's exactly zero Protoss in this match. We'll get back into it.
When you do it, you don't just don't forget to unload them.
Yeah, no, they do a lot more when they're outside of the orbital command, but they're safer. They're safer inside.
I guess
so Ravens, I'm gonna say I don't know anything about Ravens except that
I like Ravens, but you definitely have to get the Seeker missile. That's gonna help them out a lot. If you have any big swarms of Zergs, that's a very good spell to cast.
Okay, so we've been joking a lot, but are you joking right now? Because I think Hunter Seeker's garbage.
No, Hunter Seeker's good. If you get Mass Muta, it's a good defense. But obviously, look at this big air.
Yeah,
big air is going.
That's what I like to see.
Brobot. This
okay.
Right, we have 5 starports.
No, I love it. I love it. But here's the thing: Hunter Seeker missile. Okay, Muta. I would say it's good against Muta. I don't think it's good against anything else but Muta.
It is good against all air. It is good. Broodlords are so slow. You can take out a mass Broodlord army.
They don't seem to clump up as much, though.
They still clump up a good amount. That is...
Okay.
Yeah, it might not seem good, but if you can micro it properly, I think that's really the key. And I'd really like to see him maybe, you know, just throw down some turrets around here somewhere. Maybe, you know, scout the other player. Something like that.
Yeah, no, those are good suggestions.
You kind of don't know where they are. Yeah, this is...
Going back to the Ravens, though, I've heard people, you know, theory crafters on Reddit or whatever say that pros need to use more Ravens because they're so great. And I actually think that that's BS. I think one Raven is decent, just to have detection and maybe point defense drone. What do you think about the Raven unit? Should it be used more, or is it properly used as not used at all?
I'm more concerned about these Zerglings. I think they should morph into Banelings and maybe put on a little pressure. But, you know, honestly, with the Ravens, I watched it recently, and there was a game where they went mass air. It was very late game. It was on Metalopolis, so they were able to get about, 5 expansions up without much of a harassment against Zerg. And he went, in the late game, he went... Raven, Viking, and Battlecruiser, and the Hunter Seeker missile, it just took out all of his corruptors. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, and you know, he was going for a standard Broodlord army. I think if he tech switched it up at that moment, maybe he would have gotten a little better with some Infestor. Ultra play with a lot of drops. I think that's the counter, is really just getting a lot of harassment in. But yeah, definitely, I like Raven. I mean, look at that.
That's
Raven.
Maybe too many.
This is what he's going for. All right.
Yeah.
So you should probably get durable
Might as well
materials.
get all of the upgrades.
You really should.
Why not?
Just get that.
It's like if you're going carrier, you might as well get the interceptor, graviton, catapult bullshit, whatever the fuck it's called.
But he has Seeker Missile. Oh, look at that. And he's denying the 4th here. And Zerg's getting up his own 4th. Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so, I mean, things look good for the Zerg, I would say, but, you know, Ravens, I think one of those things that's, like, highly...
oh, look at that. He sees something fishy.
Highly risky.
He sees something fishy.
Highly volatile.
He sees... Oh, he's going to come in there, but he's working into Planetary Fortress. What do you think? Is he going to do the Hunter Seeker missile? Oh, turrets.
Terran is fine.
Man, you know, we were talking earlier, we were watching a ZVP, and I was saying, it's so amazing how many units Zerg can get, because they can get so many units by spawning the infested Terrans and by having the Broodlords shoot out Broodlings. And that's another thing that I didn't think about for Terran. They can spam out these auto turrets.
This is true.
Which, they're just free units. I like this right here. I like just sitting these under here. I'd like it if one was burrowed, taking some more
I'd like if the Terran actually did something about it.
I would like if anyone did anything about something, but...
Alright, well, you know, as I just said that.
That's good.
So, Mass Raven. Yeah, you know, a long time ago, I used to do, what do you call those? Mono battles. Yeah, Raven can be really annoying. Raven can, it's not much more than annoying, in my opinion, though. I don't think it can really... It can't really kill your whole base. It can't finish the game. It can't win you the game.
That's true.
It can frustrate the hell out of the other guy to where he quits.
Oh yeah, +2 on the armor plating too. Interesting. But as you can see, he's getting the Planetary Fortress. So again, I think it's just like you said, being a little too passive, being a little too scared. And you have Planetary Fortress every expansion.
Yeah.
You just don't need it. I mean, look at this. This is the safest expansion there is. They've even got a ghost chilling here. What is that ghost doing? Always got
it's extremely defensive. But this is like... This is the strategy this guy's going for. And, again, you know, I don't want to be too much of a dick, but this strategy might work great in Platinum, but you will not be able to get to... I mean, maybe Diamond, but definitely not Masters with this kind of a defensive strategy.
Yeah. No, you definitely have to be more aggressive. To be honest, a little surprised this is Platinum, but hey, you're there, so hey. That's what matters. Roach, a little bit surprised that you would go Roach this late a game. They just get eaten up by tanks, but I guess he doesn't have any tanks, so it doesn't matter. But it's not very good against air. So let's see what happens. I feel like one big battle is going to happen, and then it's just going to be over.
Yeah, probably.
And I feel like there's going to be about 10 Hunter Seeker missiles, and he's going to forget to run away. Look at this, just free kills. Man, these things are ridiculous. They just last for such a long time.
Yeah.
180 seconds.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That's not even with the durable materials.
Crazy.
Man.
You should have gotten that a long time ago.
That is just such a free weapon to have. Man, just imagine that. You just plant that anywhere.
Yep. Stays there for the whole game, basically.
Yeah, 150. Alright, so let's see. This guy should be repairing the planetary fortress. Coming down.
He does.
Is he going to take it out? Taking out the 4th. Oh, man. Is he going to get it?
Too much repair, I think.
Too much repair. Oh, he's got to focus fire those SCVs. Where's the focus fire? You got to back up. You're not doing damage. You got to back up. Re-macro.
So I've got to say, once again, that's sort of a noob mistake right there.
He's getting it down, though. He's getting it down. It's in the red. It's in the red. But Banshee's cleaning it up.
But totally cost ineffective.
Oh, yes.
Totally cost ineffective.
Very ineffective.
And you know, I've seen noobs, just new players or just not that high of players, lose entire games because of planetary fortresses. The key about planetary fortresses is you do not attack it unless you have totally overwhelming forces and the ability to kill those SCVs that are repairing. Okay, like if you're watching this because you love Tier Z, then you don't like hearing about...
Look at this. That is... Oh, man. Woo! Oh, snap. Yep. It's the good old mass auto turret build. Hey, it's working right now. Look at that, just killing it.
Yeah,
everything.
But you know, here's the thing. The Zerg just lost his whole army to one planetary fortress.
Yeah.
If he had all of his roaches here, he could clean up all those auto turrets like it was nothing.
Oh man.
But as I was saying before, like you got to go when you attack a planetary fortress. You have to know what you're doing, and you got to think ahead of time. You don't want to just throw your army at it. I'm going to say again from a Protoss perspective, you don't want to attack unless you can surround it with speed zealots, or you have storms with Templars ready to storm all of the SCVs. And on top of all that, the overwhelming army to hit it.
Yeah.
And you definitely don't want to attack a planetary fortress when the full Terran army is right next to it. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You run the fuck away, get another expansion if you feel like you're behind because of it, but you ain't taking that shit down.
Yeah. Yep. Planetary fortress is ridiculous, but you don't get mules. And I just want to thank Killer Koala and Splib for being on our show here.
Yep.
And I think that's it. Signing out.
I think so. Brobot.
Donjuancho. Brobot.